TTA's viewers, welcome to the end of day one of the 2011 Oceania Cup. We thought we'd give you a bit of a different experience tonight. We are filming live in our improvised ice bath. We're at my parents' place in the Adelaide Hills. It's about 11 degrees Celsius outside and it's less than 9 degrees in the pool.
It's cold.
It's cold, it's really cold, and we're obviously doing our ice baths. Now 9 degrees is colder than what you should be doing. Normally it's 11 to 13, but beggars can't be choosers, and this is all we've got to work with. So, how are you feeling, Robbie?
I'm cold!
Okay, so after about a minute, it becomes quite painful in your feet, in your calves, and it's a sort of aching feeling. Then you start getting colder and colder until about 2.5 minutes in, your nerves just stop really working and you just go numb and you can't feel anything, which is a strange feeling because your body knows that there's something down there but you just can't feel it whatsoever. Now, the advantages of ice baths, they aren't just for recovery, like when you've been doing really, really strenuous activity and you want to feel a bit better in your legs. They're also good for preparing for competition. Preparation is so important in table tennis. 90% of playing well is about preparation, and we're really preparing ourselves for the difficult matches tomorrow. We've got the quarterfinals starting tomorrow. So how'd you go today, Bob, at the Oceania Cup?
Yeah, I won my first match against a person from Vanuatu. It's quite a small island. They don't have many table tennis players, but I managed to win my match 4-0 against him. And then this afternoon, later in the evening, I played a person from New Caledonia. Won that match 4-0. And since me and William are the top 2 seeds at this tournament, we were lucky enough to only have 3 people in our group instead of 4, as everyone else has. So they're probably still there playing now. We're preparing for tomorrow.
Yeah, we got an early finish, and I think because we're seeded 1 and 2, and I think there are 6 groups, that means we've got a bye in the round of 16 tomorrow. So we're directly into the quarterfinal, which is tomorrow night.
Yes.
And how was it? Second Oceania Cup you played.
Yes.
First one was 2009. A little bit different tournament this time.
Yeah, it's the last tournament we played was, I think there was only probably 6 of us or something. Australia and New Zealand were the only countries really represented and played at Melbourne Sports Aquatic Centre. But this time we've got a televised event. It'll be on Foxtel and Sky News as well. So we have 4 courts, all Taraflex, got sponsors, Liebherr, Double Happiness, Adidas is another sponsor. So there's plenty of sponsors going around. We've got, it's a really big event this time with $5,000 for the winner. So that's, for an Australian Oceania area, that's quite a large sum of money for a winner of a tournament. So, and the winner obviously also gets to go to the World Cup later in the year in France. So it's a lot up for grabs.
There's a lot at stake. And the Oceania Cup this year is quite different from, I think, pretty much any tournament that's ever been run in this region of the world. The ITTF have put an enormous amount of effort into making this into a real showcase event, finding big sponsorship, making the conditions very professional, making the format appeal to spectators so that we'll actually get people paying to come and watch us play, which is pretty rare in Australia and New Zealand, this part of the world, that spectators are willing to pay. So, and they've done a fantastic job. The hall is the best I've played in Oceania ever. Taraflex, good table, brand new tables, professional lighting that they've had brought in, and to fulfil the pretty high standards of the ITTF when it comes to lighting. Racket testing, professional umpires. It's been a real highlight to come here and play this event and see, even in this part of the world, how good table tennis can be.
And what about your results today, William? How did you manage?
Yeah, I had a 3-person group. I had a guy from the Cook Islands, which is a small set of islands, I think in between New Zealand and Australia somewhere.
Yeah, it's a bit south of
And I got through that pretty comfortably, 4-0. And then I played a guy from Fiji, who actually lives in New Zealand, and struggled a bit. He came out with good serves, very heavy backspin serves that I missed a few, and he came out putting a lot of backspin on his service return, on his pushes. I was doing my tomahawk serve, and he'd go in and really go after the ball. Lots of backspin. Sometimes it would be short, sometimes it would be half long, which makes it difficult to judge. You know, do I push, do I topspin? And at the start of the match, start of a tournament, really, it can be a bit of a challenge to find your timing, to find your distances and feel comfortable with making the right decisions and whether you're going to push short or you're going to push long. So he was up 7-2 in the first set, up 10-8 as well, and I just tried to stay calm, stay focused, try and get my technique and my timing going. And actually at 10-9, Robbie, this is the first time this has ever happened to me in a match of table tennis.
I think I actually saw that point. He double hit it.
He double hit the point. So double hitting's when you hit your finger and it hits the racket basically at the same time. And up until about a year ago, that was illegal. That would have been my point. But finally, a very good rule change was that if you hit the finger and your racket when you're playing your shot, it counts as one stroke and that's allowed. But it's never ever happened to me that it's allowed to do a double hit. And that happened at 10-9 to him in the first set. Somehow I managed to push it back. It's normally got a lot of backspin on the ball.
I think you also pushed it short, which was quite a good short push.
Thank you, Robert.
You the point. So
thank you, Robert. I got it back short, he got it back, and then I think I top spun for a winner. So that certainly helped. Won the first set 15-13. Really found my game in the second set. Won 11-2. But wow, this time has gone. That's our timer. Hang on a sec.
That's our 9 minutes.
Right.
Sitting in here.
That's our number. Hey, you only had 7 minutes and 40 seconds, so don't you give me that. Third set was quite close, 7-all again. He was, quite impressed with how he played. Then the last set was 11-2.
Yeah.
So it's a good one.
Shows how much I was focusing on my game, sitting there watching William get double hits back while playing.
All right. The other thing when you stay in for a little bit too long in the ice bath is your muscles almost stop working. So we're going to try and get ourselves out now. All right, see you tomorrow, guys. Same place, same time.